Interesting and educative African folk tale. Olama, a newly married wife, requested for an elephant tusk. The husband set out for the journey that took him more than a year into the wilderness for her wife's request. And her junior brother-in-law was there for her. Did the husband succeed? Was the wife still intact the way he left her? Please find out in this wonderful story. And do well to subscribe to our new YouTube channel so that you will be getting our mind-blowing African true life and folk stories. Thank you.
In the heart of the dense African forest, in a remote Igbo village, lived Odaira, a respected hunter. Known for his unmatched skill and bravery. At 30, Odaira had seen much of life, but it was not until he met Olama, a beautiful young woman of 22, that he truly knew love. She was the pride of the village, admired for her beauty and grace. Their love blossomed quickly, and soon, they were married in a ceremony filled with the joyous songs and dances of their people. At nightfall, which marks the beginning of their honeymoon, as they laid on their bed, Odaira was feeling fulfilled as a man. And with happiness you could hear their passionate conversation as he appreciates his wife for accepting him and the wife honored him also.
Ola. Thank you for accepting me as your husband. I will pamper you like a queen.
Thank you, Odi. I will love you forever.
I know many men want you, but you chose me.
Just like many girls admire you. You gave them blind eyes. But look my way.
Ola, my wife. Now that we are finally married, I want to give you a lasting honeymoon gift. So make a wish and consider it done.
Odaira, my love. I had a dream where I was given an elephant as marriage gift, and I had always fantasized on having an elephant tusk. Please, can you make it a reality?
Okay. First thing tomorrow I'm off for the journey to accomplish your wish.
Thank you, my husband. I'll be so grateful if you do. As Olama made the request, even though the task was perilous, Odaira, driven by his love and a desire to please her, swore to fulfill her wish. Just a week after their wedding, he set out into the wilderness, leaving Olama behind with promises of a triumphant return. The days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, as Odaira ventured deeper into the wild, tracking the elusive elephants. Meanwhile, in the village, Olama grew lonely. Her days, once filled with the hope of her husband's return, now felt empty and cold. It was in this moment of solitude that she found comfort in Chike, Odaira's younger brother. Chike was 27. Handsome, with a gentle soul that made him the perfect companion during Odaira's absence. At first, his visits were merely out of duty, checking on his brother's wife, ensuring she had everything she needed. But as time passed, the connection between them deepened. They began to spend more time together, working in the farm, fetching water from the stream, sharing quiet conversations that stretched into the night. One evening, as they sat by the fire, the crackling flames the only sound between them, Olama spoke, her voice barely above a whisper. Chike, I don't know what I would do without you. These months, they've been so hard. Chike looked at her, his heart pounding. Olama, I've only tried to do what's right by you, by Odaira. But I can't lie to myself any longer. I've grown to care for you more than I should. Olama's eyes met his, tears glistening. I care for you too, Chike. More than I ever expected. I feel guilty, but what kind of wife am I? Left alone for so long. I need someone who's here, not chasing after ivory in the wilderness. The words hung heavy in the air. In that moment, they both knew there was no turning back. That night, Chike, who had never known the touch of a woman, was disvirgined by Olama. Their forbidden love, once hidden, began to blossom openly, their closeness noticed by the entire village. Kamma, Olama's closest friend, confronted her one day as the rumor was everywhere. "Olama, people are talking. You and Chike, this isn't right. Odaira is your husband. He's out there risking his life for you." Olama's response was tinged with defiance and sorrow. "Kamma, you don't understand. I've waited for Odaira for so long. I'm tired of waiting. I need someone who is here, who can love me now. Chike is that man." But it wasn't just Kamma who noticed. Obinna, Chike's best friend, pulled him aside one afternoon, his face turned.
"Chike, this is madness. Odaira is your brother. How can you betray him like this?"
"Obinna, I know it's wrong. But I love her. I've never felt this way before. I can't stop it now, even if I wanted to."
Chike's expression was conflicted, but his resolve was firm. Months passed, and soon Olama's secret could no longer be hidden. She was pregnant. The villagers whispered, their gazes heavy with judgment, but Olama and Chike no longer cared. Their love, once a spark, had become a flame that consumed them both. Then, after a year and 3 long months, Odaira returned. Exhausted but triumphant, he carried the prized elephant tusks in his hands, a symbol of his love and devotion. He ran through the village, eager to present his gift to Olama, his heart filled with excitement and joy. But as he approached his home, his joy turned to dread. Olama stood before him, her belly round with child. The sight struck him like a blow, and the tusks fell from his hands, thudding against the earth.
Olama, what is this?
Odaira, I didn't mean for it to happen this way. But you left me. You chose to go after the tusk instead of staying with me. I needed someone, and Chike was here when you weren't.
Odaira's eyes, wild with betrayal, turned to Chike, who stood silently nearby.
Chike, how could you? You were supposed to look after her, not this.
Chike's head hung low. Shame and sorrow etched into his features.
"I'm sorry, brother. I never meant to hurt you. But I love her. I couldn't help it."
Odaira's heart broke in that moment, the weight of betrayal crashing down on him.
"I did this for my wife Olama. I risked my life to bring her the tusk she asked for. And you, both of you, you've destroyed everything."
Olama's eyes filled with tears, but she didn't back down.
You left me, Odaira. I needed someone who was here, not someone chasing after some impossible dream. I'm sorry, but this is how it is.
Odaira looked at the woman he had once loved more than anything, and the brother he had trusted above all others. The pain was unbearable, cutting deeper than any wound he had ever known. With tears streaming down his face, and with his machete in his hand, he knelt down facing the ground in a dilemma whether to strike his brother or just walk away. The next morning Odaira confronted them again, still raging with anger. He then dressed up and left. As he passed the villagers, their whispers followed him, but he heard none of it. His heart was shattered, his spirit broken. He left the tusk behind, a symbol of a love that was no more, and disappeared into the wilderness, never returned to the village. He wandered far from the memories that haunted him, starting a new life in a place where no one knew him or his past. The man who had once been the village's greatest hunter was now a ghost, a shadow of the man he had once been. He had learned the bitterest of lessons, that love, when betrayed, can wound deeper than any beast in the wild. And that a woman needs her husband around her, that going far away from her, chasing her fantasy just to please her.
Thank you for watching that wonderful video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please do well to subscribe and hit the notification button so as to get notified when we upload new video.